Hello. Welcome to Bring on the Sabbath.
Hey Jeff, good to be here with
Yeah,
you
good to be here.
in Atlanta for
In Atlanta, yes.
first time in your studio here.
Yeah. And it's been a little while since we've done a Bring on the Sabbath. It's definitely been an interesting year like last year was.
Uh-huh. Definitely. We still got the COVID thing going on out
Hmm.
there, and not as many people at the feast sites as we would like, and not as
Hmm.
many people coming back to church yet as we would like. But
Hmm.
hopefully that's starting to change, and everybody will be coming back eventually.
Yeah, you were just at the feast in New York.
Yeah, I was up in New York, Poughkeepsie, New York. We had moved it from Fishkill due to the fact that a more lucrative contract came to the hotel we were going to be at. So they kicked us out, but it,
Wow.
it
So,
turned out good. We were in a nice place. The room was a lot nicer than the year before.
hmm.
So they had a little sukkah that they built on the side of the room, and
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, everything went well. There were about 70 there on the first day, and they were averaging 45 to 50 each of the remaining days. And it was kind of the same thing in Medina, Ohio.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. I was down at the Common Faith Network down in Panama City, Florida.
Hmm.
And it's been a while since I've been in Panama City. I think back the last was we had the CGI exclusive feast site back there in the 90s.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, and to be back in Panama City was nice with the Common Faith, and there was a lot of CGI people there, as well as independent churches and churches from around the country coming together.
Right,
It
right.
was definitely nice being a part of that. The thing that was really interesting for me and different is that there's so many young people at this feast site.
Yeah, you told me. I was surprised by those numbers at
Yeah, I
that
think at
feast
least a
site.
third or was a quarter to a third of the people were under 18, and a lot of people were under 40. And in the church, that's young.
Yeah, definitely. We got a couple families in Detroit who have about 13 kids between them,
And they
maybe.
were there, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yes. The Sandys and the Hansons and Herb Hanson gave a really great message at the feast, and hopefully I will have that sometime in the app for you to view, as
Okay.
well as some of the other messages. But we have quite a few to catch up on those.
Yeah, I think there's 11 kids now that I think about it, not
Wow.
13. So I'm losing track.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot between them.
Yeah.
And so you're on your way
Yeah,
to
so
California. That's why you're here.
right, exactly. So I flew from California to Ohio, rented a car from Ohio to New York, drove from New York to Maryland. I dropped off my car in Maryland where I usually rented a car for church trips. And then right across the street, I rented a small truck, a 12-footer,
Hmm.
which hopefully won't get me into any trouble like the 26-footer did,
Yeah,
which
the 26 footer you had knocked down a few mailboxes.
yeah,
I
about
remember.
eight
Yeah.
outside my cul-de-sac there. But I got the 12-footer outside of your house right now, and I'm taking the rest of our belongings back to California. So along the way, I'm going to take a little bit longer of a time. Instead of 2.5 days going cross country, I'm going to do it in about a week. And I'm stopping here. We did some Prove All Things shows this morning. We're doing this now.
Hmm.
I'm driving to Montgomery this late afternoon and going to speak tomorrow in Montgomery, Alabama. And then I'm leaving there Sunday morning early and driving to Tyler, Texas, get there Sunday
Hmm.
and go into the office on Monday. I'm going to read over my booklet called Mary and the Saints. Why we don't pray to Mary and the
Okay, so is
Saints.
that book getting close to being
Yes.
published?
Yes. So it ran in the international news
Hmm.
as an article, and Vance is going to give me his final edits on it. I'm going to read the entire thing,
Hmm.
make sure I'm okay with it, give it to Vance. And so we'll be printing it soon. So it'll be
Wow.
available as a booklet, Why We Don't Pray to Mary and the Saints. And I did a program on it up in Medina last month with Bill shooting the video with John Nicoletti up
Hmm.
there. And we offered the booklet
Okay.
and a sermon I did up there on the same subject.
So that was the Armor of God shoot that was last month.
Last month, so it'll probably be coming out 4 or 5 months from now,
And
maybe.
you do a web chat with Bill?
Yeah, we did a web chat on hell.
Okay,
So
so
that's
coming
going to
out
be
soon.
coming out at some
Okay.
point. We did 3 Armor God programs. We
Mhm.
did 2 YouTube chats. and I did the sermon up there, which will be on the website as a sermon in the next week or so.
Okay.
So
What's the title of that sermon?
Mary and the Saints.
Mary Saints.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's probably offered as well.
Yes, that'll be offered on the program,
Okay.
the CD and the booklet. Yeah.
And you're working on another booklet, I hear, right?
Right. I'm working on a booklet on transgenderism, gender dysphoria, as it's called
So that's
today.
a touchy subject in our
Yeah,
society today.
no doubt about it. And I am looking at the influence. There are more of these people today in society, and the idea behind the book was to show why there's more. And I believe some of the reasons that I will bring forward in the book are parents are less involved with religion. Like religion doesn't matter, the Bible doesn't matter. So therefore, if a kid says I'm male, female, in between, whatever, the parents aren't as concerned about that type of thing.
Right.
We've got transgender influencers on the web who are promoting transgenderism to our young people. Many of our young people are anxious. They get depressed as kids. And usually they work through this. About 85% of kids who get involved in this work through it by adulthood. But because we've got schools promoting it, psychiatrists promoting it, parents being okay with it, it's in the literature out there today. Magazines, newspapers are promoting it as an okay thing. We've got more kids getting into transgenderism. And the problem, Jeff, is they start taking these drugs, whether they're female and they want male hormones, or males and they want the female hormones. And this begins to alter the brain chemistry, changes the child. So we've seen 60 Minutes did a piece on this year, where many of these kids who had transitioned to the other sex from what they were born were sad about their decision, upset about it, felt that they weren't counseled to not do it. It was promoted by their adult role models, and they're not happy now because of it. So we're going to get into that subject.
And those are things that are happening. So hopefully there's some biblical solutions in there.
Right. Yeah, definitely. We've got to have compassion for these kids. We got to love these people and let them know what the Bible says about the genders, and that the Bible tells us that we're all going to go through things. We're all going to have to overcome things. It's different for everybody, but all these things through Jesus Christ can be overcome.
Yeah, and by being an overcomer, that's like this God creating character in His people. So,
exactly.
And whatever it is for you, I guess we all have our thorn in the flesh.
Yeah,
so
yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And you're going to be in Montgomery, Alabama tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes. I'll be there speaking to the church there. I've been there once. I know I spoke there once. Yeah, once before I've spoken to the church. No, more than once. I think I've been there. Yeah, I think I've been there twice to speak. Once it was at the Independent Church, Stephen Glover's church. They had like a co-meeting with CGI. I spoke at there once for that. And then I spoke exclusively to the CGI Montgomery group at another time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and maybe put their website up on the screen.
Okay.
So if anybody is interested, let me see if I can pull that up. So there is the website of Montgomery. And on this website, you can get location. You can find the website through our normal website, cgi.org, and their location. If I can find it on here, might be easier to go back to the CGI here. Is 1931 Highland Avenue, Montgomery. And if you need to contact anyone, you can contact Melvin Huntley to find out about it. 334-354-5468. And it's Saturday. It's at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Is the time? So that's would be 2 o'clock Eastern time.
Right. So, I forgot about that hour. Yeah.
Definitely. But so if you're interested in, you're in the area. I know some of you are watching in this area. Come out and join Mike and the folks in the Montgomery church, and come be a part of things there. And I guess another announcement that we need to make is just found out from Larry Watkins, the pastor of Tyler, Texas, Church God International, that they will not be having services tomorrow, which are webcasts, and we have a lot of everybody, a lot of people out there who are part of that, watch the webcast, and you feel as part of your church. They will not be webcasting tomorrow are having services due to a COVID exposure at the Feast of Tabernacles. Because of that exposure, they just want to be safe, and so it'll be until next week. But you can tune in to the CGI in Medina, Ohio.
Okay, you got a hold of Bill, or?
Yeah, to talk to
Okay.
Bill. Bill's not going to be there, but John
Okay.
Nicoletti will be giving the message tomorrow
Okay.
in Ohio, and also in Atlanta, Georgia. So Ohio is going to be at 11 Eastern Time, 10 Central Time, and Atlanta, our time is 12 Eastern Time, 11 Central Time.
Okay.
So I got to get these times in my head.
Yeah.
And you can get to these links through our website. You can watch in our app, and just join either Medina or Atlanta if you normally join Tyler, and they'll be back next week.
Okay.
So other than that, what have you been up to?
So one thing I've been up to is creating a new course
Okay.
for the Common Faith Academy. And the Common Faith Academy is a piece of the Common Faith Network. So again, you were at the Common Faith Network feast site, which CGI co-hosts with them.
A lot of people don't realize it, but CGI is a part of the Common Faith Network.
Yeah,
we are
right.
a participating part, but there's a lot of independent churches. A lot of people are a part of this, and what it is, we all have this common faith,
right?
And we all are in churches of God, and sometimes it's better to get together with the brethren in all these different churches, and that kind of unity that we're trying to achieve.
Right, like the Winter Family Weekend.
Yeah,
they do that every year in December, and then they have this Common Faith Network feast site, which a lot of people participate in from various Church of God groups.
Mm-hmm.
So they created something called the Common Faith Academy, which is kind of a college level courses for people in the church, whether they're young kids going to college, teenagers, adults. Anybody can take these courses. Some of the courses are geared more towards young kids, some geared more towards adults, some to both of those groups. And they probably have about 4 or 5 courses that are already completed. Some of them, like mine, are 8-week-long courses. And a typical 8-week-long course, what you would do is you will have online activity that you get involved in during the week. So you may read some articles, read a book. I've got a book I use for my 2 classes, different books.
Okay.
And you'll read a chapter of the book. You will then do some exercises online relating to the chapter that you've read. You will then be given about 5 or 6 questions for the week that will pertain to what you're reading about. And then you want to answer those questions in a notebook that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then once a week, we will have an online live discussion that I will lead.
So you have 2 classes. So
right.
The classes are specific times that they can't just do this anytime.
So they can do it. They can do everything else, like the reading, the online work at any during the week. But we will have a scheduled time to meet for 1 hour at night during the week, a weeknight. And I haven't determined what night yet we'll be running the class. But in that night session, we will discuss the questions that they are working on based on the reading. And they'll write answers to those questions before the night session. And then we'll discuss the questions at night, see what everybody thinks about the questions, if we all agree, disagree, have some new ideas related to the questions. And then we'll move on to the next week's assignments.
All right. So I want to show everybody a video promoting this.
Sure.
And when we get back, we can get into some of the details.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a lot of people out there may be interested in knowing, what does it take to be a part of this. So let's go and we'll watch this short video, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Why war? Why suffering? Why does God allow evil? Can you answer these questions? Can you defend your faith? Did you know that many young people lose their faith in college? Could you defend creation against a scientific belief in evolution? Did you know that most abortions are carried out by church-attending Christians? Learn how Christian communities can reduce the scourge of abortion. There are 5,500 ancient Greek manuscripts of the New Testament. Did you know that many of them vary? Could you defend your belief in the Bible? Are all religions much the same? Do you know what makes Christianity unique? The Common Faith Academy has courses to answer these and more questions. Courses are visually orientated, easy to follow.
That's a great question for another video.
Presenters Dusty and Deanne Howe and Mike James bring a wealth of teaching experience to the courses. Take the opportunity to educate yourself to defend your faith.
All right. So that gives and so the Howells are doing some courses
Right,
as well.
right. Dusty and Deanne have some of their own courses they've created. Deanne's course, she has one, a short one on abortion. Dusty's going to run his course this fall also. And I forget the exact subject matter of that course. I'm going to have to get on the website to take a look at that. But the new course I created is on world religions. And what we're going to look at is how the major world religions are different from Christianity, some similarities with Christianity.
So this is your new course.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then why is Christianity superior to these other religions? We actually believe there are reasons why Christianity is superior to these other religions. That's what makes it different from the other religions. So we're going to investigate that particular question. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm trying to find the website. And I'll do that as
okay, yeah,
as we go
yeah.
along to maybe show some people what to expect there.
Sure, sure.
So you're thinking about doing this class, say in October?
Yeah, so late October.
It's October now.
Yeah, we just started October, and so I'm going to work with you to promote this, market it to CGI, and then the Common Faith Network folks are going to promote it to their email list and all the people that are part of the Common Faith Network.
What we're doing right now is
this is the beginning of it. Yeah. So if you're interested, the easiest thing to do would be to contact me at my email address.
I'll put it up on the screen.
Okay, which is mhjames6043@yahoo.com. Let me know if you want to get involved in that world religion course, which will begin at the end of the month. And then after 8 weeks, probably late November, early December, I will, well, no, that'll be November, maybe late December, early January, I will run for the second time my Why Does God Allow Pain and Suffering class, which is basically the same type of deal. You read a book, you do online activities, you watch some videos, the world religion class, you're going to watch some videos online, and then we'll have a 1-hour weekly session where we go over the questions that you're given for that week's lesson. So, if you're interested in either one of those courses, the pain and suffering course will be starting towards the end of the year. The world religion course is going to start towards the end of this month. And if you email me, I can get you into the class and get you all the information that you need to take the class.
Okay.
Okay.
The first one you did, was it last year?
Yeah. So
how many students did you have?
So when I started, we had about 25 students.
Okay.
And then a few dropped out because they felt they didn't have the time for it.
Gotcha.
And others stayed in, but not everyone was with us in the discussion every week. But what I do with that discussion is I tape it and I send you a copy, a videotape copy online of our discussion around the questions. So you will have it available to you. If you have to miss a session in the evening, that's okay. Don't feel like you have to be in every session or you've got to do every exercise. We definitely want you to participate. It's not really going to give you everything you're asking for if you don't, but you know, we're flexible on those things.
So is there a score? Do you get like a grade on this?
No, you don't get a grade on
Okay.
it. Yeah, it's just a participatory you know, record that you've completed the class.
Mhm.
And we may be, you know, in the future providing credits if we get accredited or things of that nature.
Mhm.
So again, that's all down the road that we're thinking about these things.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just running them for informational purposes, and it helps our folks in these various churches be able to defend their faith a little bit better. Knowing what these other religions believe, you can then engage in a conversation with someone who's Buddhist or Hindu and explain how Christianity is different to make them think a little bit about, wow, I don't have a God who came to this earth to give me specifically salvation. You know, you don't find that, you know, in the other religions like you do in Christianity. You don't find it in the other religions that the religion is saying there's only one path to God, you know, through Jesus Christ. The other religions don't say those types of things.
Okay. So what is the age group?
So again, good question there.
Yeah.
We're gearing the classes, at least my classes, anyone could take them, whether they're late teens, 20s, 30s. I've got most of the people that took my first class were probably my age or a little bit older than me. So we've got a range of ages of people taking these classes, and some of them are going to be geared towards our teens and young adults because we want them to defend their faith and be able to talk about what they believe, stay engaged with what we teach them, and that element is there within the academy also.
Okay, I think I've got the website here. I'll pull it up.
Okay.
Just to kind of show what's on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a class in there about creation versus evolution, you know.
So when you first come on here and you're looking, you can there's a home page. And so if they want to sign up, they can go directly to you, but could they sign up here as well?
Yeah, so they're going to need to get a password and a user ID.
Okay.
So Deanne will, once they email me, I'll give that information to Deanne. I'll be able to log some of that information in, and then they'll get a user ID and password, and they can go all over the website. Right now, I think they can only view the homepage of the website. Yeah.
So right now we have abortion from a biblical and scientific perspective.
Okay, and I think that's about 4 weeks. Yeah.
The veracity of the scriptures.
Okay, that's a new class that's being developed right now.
And yours was why is there evil, pain, and suffering?
Yeah, that's complete.
And then comparative religions. That's the one that you're still working on. Yeah, just ask me.
That's the one.
Click on it and it just asks you to kind of log in.
Right. So I'm going to start running that the end of October.
And see if I can have the description page. Nope, I don't see that yet.
Okay.
All right, so that's.
Well,
where
I'll tell you
go.
what. If you want to get in further, I could give you my.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
So
we want to keep it like we'll log in, and we'll keep it quiet because you know we're people watching. They may log into the site. So what we'll do is we'll take another break.
Okay. Good idea.
We'll take another break, and when we get back from that break, we'll delve into this website.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully by then we'll get to have it signed in.
Okay.
All right.
Don Henley once wrote these words, "All this fighting over who will be anointed. How can people be so blind? What does it mean to be an anointed Messiah? God once promised that King David's kingdom would endure forever. God promised that David's throne would endure forever, and that this kingdom would have dominion over all the earth. But people usually don't like to talk about an anointed Messiah ruling the earth. Instead, they want to think about going to heaven to be with Jesus after they die. We want to help you understand this issue better. Ask for our free booklet, Messiah, You can get it on cgi.org. It's free. Again, read our booklet, Messiah, on cgi.org.
All right, we're back, and I got signed in
Okay.
with your secret password.
Yeah.
So that we didn't want to share that with anyone.
Right.
So I'm going to share that screen with everybody, and maybe we can look at some like maybe look at how a course kind of runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's the limit? Is there a limit on this class? Or
Oh, so yeah, we want to have no more than 30 people in a class. But it'll probably be between 20 and 30, you know.
okay, there we go. We have it up on the screen here. All right, so this is the schedule of the course, and so the first one's October 17th.
Yeah, it's
December
probably going to be
10th.
later in the month than the 7th. Maybe the last week of the month we'll be starting.
So
But
you may change it up a
she
little
wrote
bit.
that in, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so 8-week hybrid courses. All right, so you have like a God versus Science video
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah.
That's what we just watched, right?
Right. Kind of creation versus evolution.
Okay, and then let's see, we have.
And that's really good for our young kids, teenagers. Definitely, that's geared towards them for sure.
Okay, so this is all the different course descriptions right here once you log in.
Okay.
So if we want to go to your course, we're going to go over here on the side.
Yeah, does it list pain and suffering or world religions there?
Yeah,
Well, there's.
You want to do the pain and suffering since it's one you've done?
Sure, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, so let's click on that.
Okay, yeah. If you look at it, Jeff, if you have any questions, just ask me, and I can.
It has an introduction,
Right.
and self-guided interactive course in the days. So just click there to go to it. Okay, here we go. Now we have like this first thing. So this is a video.
Okay, I think that's the God versus Science class for some reason.
Okay, all right.
I don't know what.
So let's see. Participants. So this is again list your participants.
Okay.
Course descriptions. All right. And
click on it there. Yeah.
Comparative religions.
Yeah, try that.
Okay, I got that.
Okay, now come down inside of it a little bit. And does it say anywhere begin or?
No, so maybe that's not set up yet.
Yeah, maybe she changed something. Try the pain and suffering one, because on the left again.
Okay, pain and suffering. And we're looking through this.
God's problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now as you go down towards the bottom.
Okay.
Now go up towards the top then. Is there anything that's highlighted like as a link?
I see something like here. Is that it?
Click on that.
Okay. And then it has a drop down.
Okay.
No. Don't see anything specific.
Yeah, I guess we've got to be running the class to get into the details of it. Yeah.
So it's not running. So if you were to get in here, you couldn't really see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but this is where folks would go. So I just wanted to take a quick look at that and
okay.
And where we direct people. So let's say if we got to get some people interested in this.
Yeah.
So for comparative religions, what's some things you're going to cover? Some things to get people interested in maybe taking this course.
So if you don't know much about other religions, this will definitely enhance your ability to talk to a Muslim, talk to a Jew about what they believe, why they believe it. And then we're going to be comparing those religions to Christianity and showing how Christianity is different from these other religions. There are definitely elements within all the religions that are similar. There are definitely elements that are different. But Christianity is unique for a number of reasons, and we'll definitely make sure that you understand that by the end of the program. Of course.
Okay, great. Is there anything else you'd like to share about that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there is one other thing.
Okay.
We're looking for new instructors,
Okay.
people who want to create their own courses.
Mhm.
So again, you don't have to be an elder in the church. If you've got a lot of knowledge around a particular subject, some theological subject, you think you can create a course around it, whether it's a 4-week course or an 8-week course, let me know. Send me an email, and we will help you design and create the course. You don't have to do a 1-hour session at night on a weekly basis when the course is running. It could be strictly an online course that you create, and then it's self-running online. People just click on things, look at videos, read things, and they can finish the course by themselves. So again, if anybody has a course idea, Jeff, if you've got a course idea,
Right.
any elders out there, any lay people out there in the church that have an interest or have taught in the past, just shoot me that email, and I'll get you in touch with Deanne Howe. She's kind of the person who makes this all run, and we will get you set up to create a course.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Sounds great. All right.
Okay, very good.
Anything else you wanted to share about that? Or?
That's all I've got for that.
Okay.
But I do have, I want to talk a little bit about the Bible studies I do on Friday nights when
Absolutely.
Bring on the Sabbath isn't on. Yeah.
Before we do that, I actually thought maybe I wanted to just go to the website and show like all of the resources we have available.
Yeah, definitely. Show them where those Bible studies are too. Yeah.
So let's do that right now. What I'm just kind of a lot of folks aren't really aware of everything that we have to offer.
Right.
And so I'm pulling up the website right now so folks can see. Let me add it to the screen here. All right, you should be able to see it on there, and I'm going to put it in full screen.
Okay.
Best I can here. And so if you go back to the main website, there's some options. Now the first thing you see is live webcast, and this is like what we're doing right now. Bring on the Sabbath, prove all things that we have on Tuesdays, and we have Sabbath services. This link will take you to the one that is from Tyler at 11 a.m. Central Time, and also the ones from Burlington, Ontario, which will be later on this site, which is going to be around, I think it's 2:30 Central Time. And we have a new thing that we're going to start it actually next week, and it's evidence that the USA and Great Britain are the birthright recipients. So this is the Bible study that Bill Watson has done, and that we're going to now present it week by week.
Okay, is that on Thursday night?
That's going to be on Thursday nights.
Okay,
so that's another thing on the schedule. And the last one you did was Word of Dead.
Right.
Now I want to ask you to give it kind of a what are you doing with the Word of the Dead thing?
So yeah, the Where Are the Dead? There was 12 sessions. It's complete. So you've got about at least 12 hours of instruction there on scriptures in the Bible that deal with the subject of where are the dead. Is Elijah and Enoch in heaven? No, they are not. Why do we say they are not in heaven? Well, get into the sessions on there. It'll explain. Do we go to hell when we die? What is hell? No, we don't go to hell when we die. Hell is the grave. We explain hell, the Greek words that were used to translate hell, the Hebrew word that was used to translate hell. We get into all the questions that people get on, well, what about this scripture that says when I'm going to depart and be with the Lord, I'd rather do that than be here. Some people think that Paul was saying he was going to heaven. Well, how do we explain that? How do we understand that? So again, we've got answers to all those questions that people get on why does it say the smoke of their torment ascends up forever and ever? Well, in Isaiah, you find that some smoke was ascending up forever and ever, and that smoke is not ascending up because that was Edom that was destroyed, and that's just a euphemism. It's just a phrase that's used to talk about utter destruction. So again, we answer all these questions pertaining to where are the dead in that 12-session study. All of them are recorded right there online as Jeff is showing it to you, and you can get answers to all those questions.
Yeah, this was done with live participants.
Yes,
through GoToMeeting. So it's a little different than maybe the format we're doing here.
Right, exactly. So we have questions that I take during the session. We have questions and comments at the end of the session. So you will see me get some questions, and I think a couple questions I had to come back with answers the following week. So again, it's live and in person. People are involved. It's interactive. So you might like that type of a format, and those sessions are all there. So I'm going to be starting a new Bible study on October the 15th.
Okay.
And the subject is the last great day and all the scriptures that pertain to that subject.
Oh, wow.
Not just about the nuts and bolts of the last great day, but the fact that God was not revealing his truth to everyone. All those scriptures that talk about that, we get a little into predestination, we explaining what that means. We get into the fact that Jesus spoke to his disciples in parables, so others would not understand it. Why? Because there's this last great day, because people are going to be resurrected at the end of the millennium. And we go into all the scriptures that help prove that concept, not just in Revelation 20, but in Ezekiel 37, Ezekiel 16, Matthew 10, 11, and 12, Luke 11. We cover what judgment means, what the day of judgment means. It doesn't mean one moment in time. It's a period of time, just like the day of the Lord is a period of time. It's not exactly one day. So that will begin on October the 15th. If people want to become involved, I can send them a link. All they need to do is send me an email.
All right.
To mhjames6043@yahoo.com. And Cecil Green is also running an ongoing Bible study that will be running again on October 29th, 2 weeks later. He'll be getting into session number 13 of the Kingdom of God from Genesis to Revelation. And all of Cecil's previous studies are also in that same location where Are the Dead is. So I don't know if you can show them the Kingdom of God.
Well, I'll show you that when we get through on this
Okay.
tour here.
Very good.
So we're looking through here, and we got that, and that's going to be on Fridays. And so what we're going to do with Bring on the Sabbath is we're going to have once a month is our goal to have a Bring on the Sabbath program. Right now, for me, I'm concentrating on the Prove All Things, which we're doing weekly. Bring on the Sabbath is more it's a program to share our culture about the church, and there will be a time when we try to work it in, maybe get it to twice a month. But right now, we're going to go for once a month and then move it to twice a month, and then the other 2 weeks will be these Bible studies that you can not watch online, but participate via GoToMeetings. It's a very kind of intimate way to really connect with people and do a Bible study.
Yeah, I have people read scriptures. I put the scriptures up on the screen and they read it for everyone, and then they can comment on it, as we go along. And then at the end of the session, we have a question and answer comment session. And it's very hands-on. It's not just sitting back and listening. You can get involved if you want to. If you want to sit back and just listen, you can do that too.
Yeah.
So
it's very good. All right, so I'm gonna go back here to the site and we'll just go over some of the things that we offer. Because again, a lot of folks are not aware of all these things that we have. So that's all the webcast that we are doing.
Okay.
Which is quite a bit, and I didn't mention the Gospel according to Isaiah that Adrian does on Wednesday night.
Right. Now that's like an ongoing Bible study where he gets into each book of the Bible.
Yeah. And he may be changing that soon, but he's been going through Isaiah, and that's at Wednesday nights, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern time.
Okay.
For that Bible study, and we'll go look at this in just a moment to get some details on some of the stuff you can find. Peace in the Middle East. It's the latest Armor of God program, and you can find Armor of God on our site right here by clicking the Armor of God, and this will take you to a selection that gives us the Armor of God programs. And in this selection, you can watch the latest Armor of God program, and then we have all the replays from the last few years that you can go in here and look. And so you have all the different ones, and you can just click through and find one. If you find one also, you can click on that, and then you're able to watch this one, and there may be some things that are related. So this Eden Another Look And it gives you like prove all things, archaeology proves the Bible, and history part 1 with Ben Chapman, maybe some stuff related to some of the things that's covered in this. So again, there's and then other Armor of God programs that are available as well. So and that's the regular Armor of God programs that you were up in Ohio just recently,
about a month ago,
filming, and we release one every week, and probably a new one every, maybe half of them are new, half of them are some replays that we have here. So let me go back to the beginning here. And we also have Armor God Webcast, and that's the one that we mentioned earlier, but you participated in.
Right.
Wayne Hendricks, Bill Watson, Mike James. The last one you did was Lazarus, Enoch, and Elijah.
Right.
Which deals kind of with that subject
yes,
as well.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Where are the dead? Yeah.
And we have, just a wide variety of these to watch. And these are on our website, but also available in our app as well. And now let's go back here, and we have biblical news updates. And biblical news updates, they come out just as like a news event happens.
Right.
The last one was in July, was examining transgenderism.
Yeah, Bill did one on that subject we were just talking about that I'm writing a booklet about.
Yeah, and then we have Beast on the Move, Once the Kingdom of God. So different subjects that may be more of a news type of thing. We don't have too much news on our website,
right?
But we do have this section for people who are really like what do we think the Bible says about what's going on in the news and stuff. Is this something we should be concerned about? So Bill has this Armor of God biblical news updates that you can find out, and there's a variety of subjects there as well. So that covers Armor of God. So we'll go back to the site. To the main. I'll get to the main. So we got the webcast, this, and digital media. Now, this digital media will also take you to all our selections, the digital, which is the Armor of God. We have our literature, sermon messages, Bible studies, and sermon series, Prove All Things, which we do on Tuesdays, and Bring on the Sabbath. And basically what these are, I'll just go backwards. Bring on the Sabbath is replays of previous Bring on the Sabbaths that we have done throughout the years. And then Prove All Things. We've only been doing this year. What we just got Drew, I think, with episode 30 or so.
30 done,
30 or so, and so we have more coming. This is a ongoing series, and you can watch all the replays that we have. Going to the Bible study series. So we have the Book of Micah series, which we just started, and you can just click on it right here, and then it will start, and you can go in here, and then we have Adrian gives it like line upon line is what he calls this series, and he goes through line upon line throughout these different scriptures and brings other scriptures in. And so this Micah series he just did during the Feast of Tabernacles. So every day he went through Micah, and we have 8 of these now available. This is now on the site. And then the Gospel according to Isaiah, the replays of that, which are a lot because Isaiah is a very big book.
Right. And
there's a lot in there. The Word of the Dead, Healthy Christian Living, Kingdom of God. That's the one you mentioned.
Yeah, Cecil Green's running that. And next one will be October 29th. Yeah.
Emotional Control Handle. So there's a lot of different subjects in here that, that if you're looking to study the Bible, there's a lot in these Bible studies that you can. I don't know how much time it would take, but it takes a lot.
Right, I'm sure.
To really get through these things, and so we're happy to make this available, to everyone, absolutely free on the website. There's no subscription fees.
Right.
You can download our app, from the Apple store, and and the app will give you access to all these things really easily on your phone or on your tablets, or we even have the app for Roku and Apple TV to watch a lot of these things that we have. Now we have children's programs that we have available. One is Sparks, and another is Ignite. Now Sparks is for the younger children.
Yeah, like below age 13,
Yeah, below age 13. So it's the younger children, and then we have Ignite, which is maybe 12, 13 and above.
Yeah,
the teenagers.
Right.
So in Sparks, I want to show you the website we have for Sparks. And Sparks is basically not really geared to the young people for them to go to the website. It's geared towards parents.
Yeah, right.
So what you can find on here
are teachers. Yeah.
So if you're a Sabbath school teacher and you're looking for, something on there, And let me see if I can pull that up, because that's a different tab I just opened. So let me go ahead and pull up that one. The Sparks. Here we go. All right, so here's the Spark site. And so the Spark site has these resources available. And if you can click right there to get to the resources. And we have first Sabbath curriculum courses, like Bible math. Whoops, went back. Bible math, Shine Bright for Jesus, Bible science, Mission Possible, Dive In, From the Armor of God. So these are some of the latest courses that we are offering. We have and this is good for teachers. These take either 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks of these courses. And we have for the Feast of Tabernacles, we had some courses available here. Then we also have legacy lessons, that Noni McVeigh developed, that years ago, that we have some scans of. Some of them are not the highest quality scans, but the information is still there as a resource for everyone, to use for the children.
Oh yeah.
And so now let me go ahead and see if we can go to the next one, which is the Ignite site.
Okay.
And let me bring that up for folks to see. So again, Ignite is for the 13 above.
To 19, maybe.
Yeah, above. So this is for the teenagers. And on this site right here, there's different resources. Yeah, I think you wrote a few Bible studies for this.
Yeah, there's a where it says lessons.
Here we have
yeah, what do you got there?
Learning resources for teens.
Yeah, I think that's where it is.
And then we have some lessons.
Yeah, so those lessons, I've written most of those lessons.
Boy, Don't Celebrate Christmas.
And I'm still writing more.
What's True Religion and Work Ethic. So these are things that you can use if you're a Sabbath school teacher.
Yeah, about 20 to 30-minute lesson. You get them involved in some discussions, some questions. Also, there's some activities there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for Pam Nolan, who runs the site.
She handles that for us.
Keeping things together. There's a bloggers corner that you can find, and so these again are resources for teachers and parents to help the teenagers to as in their walk as your a parent trying to raise your children the best you can. In God's word, and that's what we want to do and make these resources available. So let me go back to our main page and share that again. All right, so we have that. We have where you can find a local congregation.
Yes.
So we have on here, and I'll let Mike describe some of this, because some of this you've been working on.
Okay.
But we have at the very first, just like the location, the state, and like Mobile, we have that's
a cell group.
Yeah. So explain what that is to everybody.
So a cell group is just 2 to 8 people who get together at someone's home once, twice, 3 times, 4 times a month. They decide how often they're going to come together, and they will watch usually one of our webcasts, either from Tyler or Medina or Atlanta. And after that, they'll just have some fellowship afterwards, have a few snacks together. Now, we were hit when COVID came along, where we were putting together some cells, and everybody kind of stayed home. So we're trying to get them re-engaged and meeting again. But some of them are meeting on a regular basis, and some of them have kind of disengaged for a little while until this kind of dissipates. But where we have a listing there, we do have people that want to get together and meet with others. So again, Mobile is one of these cells. Montgomery is actually a fellowship group or a church group. So Alaska, again, it's a cell group there. Little Rock is I think that's a group, an actual group. Russellville's a cell. Springdale, I'm not sure about. I think that's a group. And Texarkana, yes, is a church group. So St. Petersburg, we've got a church here, Auburndale.
So we have all these different ones you can get to.
Yeah,
we don't have time to go through all of them, but at the very end, we also have, and I'll get there, okay, additional cities with individuals seeking fellowship.
So what that means is we've got either a single person or a couple that did not have enough. We sent out letters to these areas to try to create cells, but we did not have enough interest from the letters campaign. But there is a single individual or a couple that is listed on the website in case you, seeing the website, are living there and want to help them make a sell. So that's what that listing is at the bottom of that list.
So it gives you an idea of like, hey, this is where maybe a future cell could form.
Exactly.
And from these, we've had churches.
Yeah,
that are coming
I'm
up.
going to be going up to Vancouver, Washington in November to speak, and that started as a cell. It is now about a 20-person group that meets regularly.
All right, let's go on some other things that we have here on our website, and we'll get that back on. Again, so the webcast, the Armor of God, all the media that we have, congregation, we have a blog that we have on different topics, European ties fraying. So you're going into some current events,
right? So again, that's a news item where the French had a deal with the Australians to provide them with diesel-powered submarines. But the Australians decided to go with the United States and the UK in a deal for nuclear-powered submarines. And the French said that nobody told them about this before the deal was formulated. So they were upset by that. And the French president is now saying that, Europe has to take its own course. He was talking to the Greek prime minister this past week, and the Greek prime minister says we got to be more autonomous. So are those ties between the U.S. and Europe fraying? Is Europe going to build up their military more? And again, that gets into ideas around prophecy that the church has theorized for a number of years. So that's what that article discusses.
Yes, and we have like several articles on what is the work of the watchman. We have culture wars, generational trauma, and then you can go back and there's additional things that we have there. And then we have our literature. Now, in our free store that some people take advantage of, we have where if you're watching right now, you can go if you don't want to read stuff online, you want to get hard physical copies, or maybe don't have great internet, or don't know someone who doesn't, you can't use the internet to listen or watch things. We offer CDs, DVDs, booklets, periodicals, and different things that are highlighted in the store. So that's it's a good resource to get some physical free copies of things. Now I want to end our tour, and again there's more on here, but I want to end the tour by going to our literature section.
Okay,
because we just kind of revised this. This is available now in the app and also on the website. So we have it divided the literature by some major categories. So you have God, Kingdom of God, Salvation, the Church, the Law, Sabbath and Holy Days, Prophecy, and Apologetics. And we also have archives of some older way of presenting it and some other stuff. But like, say if you click on Salvation, we have some articles or booklets that are about salvation. You can read it right there on the site. Click on the button and read it, and it is a good resource that's available for you.
Right.
We can go back to prophecy. A lot of people are interested in prophecy, and then we have the booklets and articles that are available on prophecy. So all these different topics. Some really good reading, good study material available on our site that you can, read easily on the computer, or even they're formatted to read on your phone or tablet really easily.
Right.
And also available in our app. So quite a few resources that we have available for everyone.
Yeah. Hey, you got a minute to show them where we're going to be showcasing the Systematic Theology Project?
Yeah. I thought about that. Let's go in there. So this is right now we don't have its own page because we're still waiting for some final edits on this.
Yeah.
But if you go to our mission and beliefs, which is right here under ministry, and you'll see under it says our mission, and we give you the mission of what our church is about and what we're doing. And then we have like a statement of beliefs of what we believe as a church. And these are the doctrines that that we know 100% this is true. This is the gospel. These are true things that we believe and hold true in our faith for the Church of God International. And so they cover a variety of different topics. And what we do is we have the Systematic Theology Project. Could you actually explain what that is?
Yeah, so the Systematic Theology Project is all of our doctrinal beliefs. And you saw the statement of beliefs that Jeff was just scrolling through. So that statement of beliefs provides a few scriptures to support that belief. The Systematic Theology Project provides more volume to our beliefs and increases the number of doctrines that we have within the church, other than that basic statement of beliefs. It gets into more detail about the law. There are pages and pages about the law, not just one section. There are pages and pages about how we understand God the Father, God the Son, what we believe about the Holy Spirit. Pages and pages of that, rather than just a paragraph of the basic belief. So we've got
details that we have.
Yeah, definitely. The details of our doctrines and beliefs are the Systematic Theology Project. That's why it's in that section.
Yeah, let me go ahead and click on one real quick, and we can like kind of show how it's formatted.
Sure.
So click on. It's kind of in a maybe just a Bible study type thing where we have this goes our primary doctrines, organization, purpose, and kind of follows along with our doctrines, but we have like just the basics of this. It gives the sections as they are, and the first one we have is God,
right?
And so that gives a doctrinal statement, which we saw in the previous one,
right?
And then there's all this details you're talking about,
yes,
and scriptures too. So if you really want to know more or look through these sources, this is details. Not only go to God, we go God, the Father,
right?
What we know about the Father, and the details, the Bible. There's things about healing and just a variety, prophecy, just all kinds of topics, and this
Christian living,
and this this was all compiled, I guess, just as an answer to try to have a systematic way of
it started in the Worldwide Church of God back towards the end of Garner Ted's time there. And then when Garner Ted came to CGI, he brought the completed work with him.
So I think they rejected it at that
time. They weren't sure that they wanted to use it after they had started the project. And what we've done recently, Jeff, over the last 5 years, is we've just edited it a little bit. We've added that section on the Father, it used to just be God, so we've broken God down into the Father also. We've edited a couple little things in there that we felt needed to be edited. But it's essentially...
So we haven't changed any of our documents.
No, it's the same thing that Garner Ted brought over. It's just had some updated language in a few places, and a new section on the Father there. But that kind of was encompassed in the God section. We've just kind of organized it a little bit differently.
Okay. So another great resource. Well, I think we're at an hour into our program. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
I don't have anything else other than to say that anybody out there who watches this program, and if you do want to start a cell and you're in a location where there's nobody else around you, again, send me that email, and we will do a letter campaign to your area and see if we can bring some people out of the cobwebs there and get you connected with them to start a cell group in your area.
Yeah, and again, basically, I guess if we kind of put a framework to what we're doing as a Church of God International as a whole, is we have the evangelism, which is like the armor of God. We're really reaching out with this evangelism to bring in new people, and we do some other advertisements as well. But that's generally that is, evangelistic outreach, and then we have the Bible studies and prove all things, and we're kind of really getting into some details. For maybe you've already found out about us. Now you want to learn some more about things and think about things differently, and that the kind of it's kind of there to bring people in and to some other study, and the sermons are there for that as well.
Right.
And so it's kind of we're evangelistic organization. We want people to be a part of this. And then as it comes along, we're creating these cells.
Right.
Which are the foundation of what we want to become a full church and stuff. And so we have this kind of the system that we're doing the best we can. To do this outreach, to do this planning, organization, setting up things out there. But if I were to ask you, what do we need? What are we lacking as far as a Church of God International? What do we need to be able to implement this better, you think, or do better?
I think more people providing tithes and offerings is one thing. I
That's
got to
one,
be
yeah.
honest with you,
Yeah.
you know. But I think people consistently coming and joining together in meetings on a weekly basis, and deciding that they want to participate and do things in their community. You know, it takes everybody in the church to make it grow, to make it work. And without participation, we're going to be limited in what we can do. We're doing a lot with what we have resource-wise, but we can always do more, and you can partner with us to help us do that.
Yeah, and we're looking for partners, you know, and we're also training ministry.
Right. Yeah,
Training
exactly.
ministry, and
Yeah.
so but to get candidates for ministry, we got to get folks, you know, engaged.
Yeah,
right.
and knowledgeable, and yeah.
So we have all these resources out there. So if you are interested, you know, and want to take advantage of these resources, please do share them with others. You know, if you've been a part of the church for a while, share what we got.
Yeah.
To offer with folks, because we do have a lot out there that we are, you know, trying to develop. And again, in working with the Common Faith Network,
right,
and other things, we're just really we're engaged, and we believe that God's church has a good future for us.
Yeah.
That we are, you know, that we're doing what He wants us to do.
Right.
And we can just continue to do those things, but we need help.
Exactly.
And that's where it comes, you know, whether it's financial or people.
Right. Exactly.
To be a part of this.
Your time, you know, is important also. Whether you're just talking to other people or you're engaging with others in your community. Some of our churches do different works within the community. When I was up in Maryland, we were giving to a food bank every quarter. So we would collect this food and take it to the food bank. We've got that going on with different groups throughout the country, different volunteer activities that they do. And then we get known in the community, and possibly people ask us questions. And the next thing you know, they might be visiting our church. So, you know, that's how it works. Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Okay. I think I'm going to take off from Montgomery very soon.
Yeah, so. We'll be heading to Montgomery. And and so if you're out there, you know, catch them tomorrow if you can in Montgomery.
Yeah, 1 o'clock, Montgomery. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining.
Thanks, Jeff.
Today here on
Appreciate
the Sabbath. And again, you know, if you want more information, I'll give you his email one more time. All right. Information about the Bible studies that you're doing.
Bible studies, classes, cell groups, and any questions or feedback that you have for us as a church, I'll listen to that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we are both employees of the church.
Yeah.
And so this is our full-time job that we're doing, and we're doing it to serve everyone out there.
Exactly.
The best we can do. And if you have ideas,
we're all ears,
complaints,
folks.
Whatever, let us know, because we're serving the folks that are out there.
We can't get better unless we know how we're perceived and thought of in the community out there. So please be transparent with us. We can take it.
All right. Goodbye, everybody, and have a wonderful Sabbath.
Bye-bye.